Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm your host, Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to be talking about if you should be using Medium or not. So Neil, what are your thoughts around this new platform?
Yeah, if you don't have an audience and you want a quick user base, you can check out Medium. I'm not a fan of it because I don't like publishing content in mass quantity that I can't control the site, the platform, make changes so that way I can generate leads and get a ton of conversions. Medium may make these changes in the future and may make it more flexible, kind of like WordPress. But in the short run, I don't think it's worth using Medium if you have your own blog that's really popular. Or if you do, then that's fine. You can use Medium to try to promote your blog, get a few more readers that you don't have. But in general, I just don't think it's worth it. I think at that point, might as well just create your own WordPress blog.
Yeah, so I think Medium's beautiful. It's a nicely done platform. So kudos to Ev Williams, but I'm in the same boat. I mean, it doesn't make sense to build equity on somebody else's platform. So you're literally just building on somebody else's house, and then if, for any reason Medium goes under or they're sold to somebody else and they change everything, well, that means you're basically screwed. For example, Neil has a very big following, he has a very big blog. If you want to get to that level, you have to continue to build and build over time. I mean, Neil has been doing this for, this stuff for like 17 years. And it takes, for any type of good investment, it takes time to compound. And if you're compounding on somebody else's platform, again, it's not the best use of your time. So even though it's great, it's great looking, it's very simple to use, it's missing a lot of stuff that us, especially marketers are looking for, right? You talk about conversion tracking, you're talking about adding pixels, things like that. You just aren't able to do. It's just not that, flexible at the end of the day. So what I use Medium for personally right now, and it has worked. Again, I syndicate content that's done well. I might occasionally write a piece about, just random stuff that's on my mind that doesn't fit into my own blog, right? So sometimes I might write about productivity. Well, that doesn't fit into Growth Everywhere, and that doesn't fit into the Single Grain blog, because those are both marketing and entrepreneurial related, right? So I'll talk about productivity, or I might have something that talks about how to, organize your hiring process, which is more applicable to, random stuff on Medium, because on Medium you see a lot of entrepreneurs just write kind of stuff that's on their mind, and they have a nice little digest that they'll send to people over the week, and that's kind of how you can build your brand and get reach that way. But in general, I'll just syndicate stuff, and I'll write I'll write something random when something's on my mind, and sometimes stuff might blow up a little bit. I've had something that has a couple thousand or like 10,000 views on it or so, but nothing to write home about. I really get more excited about being able to track conversions, drive more conversions that way. As a marketer, that's what makes us tick, I think.
Yeah, and I also look at Medium as a new version of Tumblr. The only difference is you find higher quality content on Medium than you would have on Tumblr. But as Eric mentioned, why would you build equity on someone else's platform when you can just build your own blog, control it, get the views, and then once you get the views, you can figure out how to monetize in any way you want. On Medium, you can't monetize any way you want. They control the platform still, and it's not as flexible as WordPress. Sure, they may change things in the future, but why would you want to take that risk? I've never tried the distribution stuff that Eric mentioned, which is publishing like the same content to get extra views. I think that's a good idea. The other thing I've seen people do is they publish somewhat mediocre content on Medium and they're using it for link building. You can test that out. I haven't seen great results from that because you're just building links from one domain, and Google's probably smart enough to realize that, hey, people can create these links. But in general, if you're going to write content on Medium and you don't want to do it on your own blog, that's okay. But keep in mind that, hey, if it blows up, you can't control it, and you probably won't make nearly as much money versus if it was on a WordPress blog. The plus side, though, of using Medium is they have an audience. So when you write content there, you will get some visitors. How many, who knows? But I look at it more like a guest posting opportunity, right? Like a channel like Entrepreneur Magazine or Inc. posting on Medium once a week or once a month, just like as a quote-unquote guest posting opportunity, isn't bad.
I think so. It really depends on the goals. I look at the venture capitalist Mark Suster, and he has a blog called Both Sides of the Table. And I think recently he switched his blog over to Medium, or it might be somebody else, but I know it's a venture capitalist. And for them, it's really about them building their audience. For VCs, they just want more deal flow coming in. So if your goal is to build audience, Medium might be a good bet because they already have that audience built in, and you're looking to reach more people overall. So for us, I mean, for Neil, it's really, it's more collecting emails or, ultimately generating more sales. For me, it's collecting more leads. So it depends on what goals you're after. If you're really just after audience building, perhaps Medium is a good thing to add to your toolbox. So Neil, anything else to add before we close things off?
Yeah, I'm on Mark Sister's blog, Both Sides of the Table, and you're right. He switched it over to Medium. So it seems like it's working out well for him. But as you mentioned, he's just looking for deal flow. Right? People like you and I, we're much more aggressive on monetizing, I would probably say, over Mark, right? Mark is just pure brand building. We use our blogs as a platform for our business, not just leads, but to generate direct sales, speaking inquiries, promoting a podcast. We just have so many different things that we do on our blog that it would just be too hard for people like Eric and I to do it on Medium. Hence, we're so biased. But if you're just like someone like a VC, or you work at a company and you don't care to make money from blogging and you just want to use it to build up your brand, by all means, like, put it on Medium. But once it's there, it's too late to switch it out and put it on WordPress. It's not going to be the same. You're going to lose visitors.
All right, that's it for this episode. We'll see you in tomorrow's.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.